I would work quickly to present to the Congress my plans for creating more good jobs in manufacturing, infrastructure, clean and renewable energy, raising the minimum wage, and guaranteeing, finally, equal pay for women's work. I would also...
Oh, they applaud frantically. This and that she's going to give people, and they especially applaud over her promise to guarantee equal pay for women. How clueless can her audience be? Not only would all that free stuff bankrupt America, but no government can guarantee equality among different people. It's true. For every buck a man earns, women on average make only 78 cents. But that's because men and women make different choices. We men tend to be more money obsessed. If women were really underpaid because of sexism, then a guaranteed way to get rich would be to start businesses that hire only women. Since the women are underpaid, that business will be able to sell things much more cheaply. They'll destroy all those sexist businesses, and they'll get rich. The fact that that hasn't happened demonstrates that that's a myth. But it doesn't stop the ignorant from yammering about it. Here's another myth. Hillary will lower the cost of health care by
decreasing the out-of-pocket costs, by putting a cap on prescription drug costs, by looking for ways that we can put the prescription drug business and the health insurance company business on a more stable platform.
Give me a break. We don't have time to cover all the myths in just that soundbite, but capping prescription drug costs will put the drug business on a more stable platform? No, capping prices makes businesses less stable. Also, with price caps, we get fewer useful drugs, maybe fewer life-saving drugs. There is no free government lunch. Government can't even count votes accurately. Yet Democrats now want government to manage all of health care? That's just ignorant. Bernie Sanders is especially ignorant. He says things like this.
Ordinary Americans are working longer hours for lower wages.
Longer hours, lower wages. Neither claim is true. Look at this chart. Americans work fewer hours these days, quite a bit fewer. Also, they don't work for lower wages. Yes, the rich made even more, but poor and middle-income people got richer too. And yes, all these numbers are adjusted for inflation. When politicians aren't lying, they engage in magical thinking. They promise affordable college tuition. And when it comes to the cost of community college,
I want to bring it down to zero.
Again, they applaud like crazy. He can't get his next words out. If they only had some economic education, they'd know that when politicians subsidize things, that doesn't make the cost go away. In the case of college tuition, they've tried. Federal spending on college aid has doubled, then doubled again. But as government aid grew, so did tuition. Over the past 30 years, inflation was 160%. We're upset that health care costs grew more, 400%. But college tuition rose 750%. Government aid led to higher costs because it destroys price competition. But the politicians never learn. There are so many economic myths. The rich get richer at the expense of the poor. Prices and wages are simply set by businesses. Price increases after natural disasters are caused by greed and should be stopped by laws against price gouging. Rent control makes housing affordable. Business taxes are paid by business. Supporters of free markets simply are pro-business and hence anti-consumer. These are all just lies. I stole that list and much of this show tonight from Don Boudreau's blog at Cafe Hayek. He teaches economics to college students and says, if I do my job well, by semester's end, each of my students understands that the world is more complex and reality less obvious than he or she believed. And it is. And explaining that is my goal for this TV show, too. And for high school students, I started a charity called Stossel in the Classroom that offers teachers free videos that, as Boudreau puts it, inoculate students against economic myths. If I have a calling in life, that's it, teaching basic economic principles, something that when I was in high school, no one taught me.